The ground is really shifting under the real estate industry, and it's not just about interest rates or how many homes are for sale. After years of just frantic activity, the market's recalibrating, and right now a new class of leaders is stepping up, and the people they're choosing are sending some pretty powerful signals about where this whole thing is headed. So let's dive in and decode what's going on.
So it really makes you wonder, right? Who's actually deciding the future of how we find, buy, and sell our homes? I mean, is it just the market doing its thing? Or is there a little more to it?
Well, the answer, as we're about to see, has a whole lot to do with who's being put in the driver's seat. And look, these aren't just your average run-of-the-mill promotions. These are strategic chess moves, and they reveal three very different playbooks for how to win the future of real estate. So let's meet the players.
Okay, first up, we've got the tech giants approach. Zillow is making a massive bet, and it's all about one thing: artificial intelligence. Their latest promotions, well, they're a huge signal that they're doubling down on product and technology to win the consumer game.
What's interesting is that Zillow is looking inward. They're promoting from within, elevating three key people to leadership roles. You've got Christopher Roberts, an 18-year veteran, now the Chief Product Officer. Then there's Marissa Brooks, the new SVP of Corporate Affairs, and John Lim, who's now leading product for Zillow Rentals. So what's the big picture strategy here?
Well, you don't even have to guess. Zillow's CEO, Jeremy Waxman, he pretty much laid it all out. When talking about John Lim's new role, he specifically talked about a focus on weaving AI into the Zillow rental sphere. So we're not talking about minor tweaks here. This is about using AI to fundamentally rebuild the user experience from the ground up.
At the end of the day, Zillow is just leaning hard into what it is, a tech company. The goal is to use all this innovation, especially AI, to make the whole messy process of moving simpler, way more transparent, and just seamless.
But, not everyone is betting the farm on AI. Other major players are taking a different route. They're fortifying their core business by bringing in seasoned veterans to help them navigate this next chapter for real estate.
And you can see this play out in a couple of places. On one side, you've got a company like Compass, and their focus is all about shoring up their financial leadership, and they're doing it by poaching top talent from a competitor. And then on the other side, you have DeCaro Auctions, and they're looking outward, hiring a super experienced leader to really drive their global expansion.
Let's just take a look at Compass's new Chief Accounting Officer, Timothy Gustavson. I mean, this guy brings an incredible amount of experience to the table. He spent about 16 years in public accounting before joining Anywhere Real Estate, where he then spent another 18 years working his way up to CAO. This is a very deliberate move by Compass to bring in some deep, battle-tested financial expertise. They want stability in a really complex market.
And you see a similar theme over at DeCaro Auctions. Their new CEO, Mario Vargas, who came from 15 years at a rival firm, is singing the same tune about strategic growth. His mission is pretty straightforward: use his experience to scale the company across the globe. It's about taking a well-known brand and getting it ready for a whole new era of international business.
Okay, so that brings us to our third major trend. Faced with these absolute tech giants like Zillow, the traditional real estate industry, well, they're not just sitting on the sidelines. Brokerages and multiple listing services are actually teaming up to keep control of their own data and really their own destiny.
And the main way they're doing this is through something called the Broker Public Portal, or BPP for short. Think of it like a big coalition of industry insiders. We're talking brokerages and MLSs, and they're building their own website for consumers to search for homes. The whole idea is to keep control of their listing data and make sure it's shown to the public under what they call fair display guidelines.
And the CEO of the BPP, Dan Troop, does not mince words. He says, the future of home search belongs to the industry itself. I mean, that is a direct challenge to the big tech portals. It's a collective effort to build an alternative that's based on industry control and trust.
And this is no small potatoes either. When you look at the new board, it's a true coalition of the industry's heavy hitters. We're talking leaders from Windermere, Compass, RE/MAX, Home Services of America. I mean, the list goes on. This kind of broad support really shows you just how serious the traditional industry is about banding together to compete.
So let's pull back for a second. We've just seen three totally different strategies emerging from all these leadership changes. What does this all mean for the future of how you and I search for homes and for the industry as a whole?
Let's just quickly recap the three playbooks. First, you've got Zillow going all in on AI, betting that technology will win the day. Second, you have established players like Compass and DeCaro who are valuing deep, veteran experience to guide them towards stability and growth. And third, you have the traditional industry itself, uniting to build its own trusted platform and really fight to maintain control.
So there you have it. 3 distinct playbooks, 3 different visions for where we're all headed. And with these new leaders now setting the course, the real question is, who's going to win this race to define the future of real estate? Will it be the tech innovators, the seasoned veterans, or the united industry? The game is officially on.